Now walking over towards his rostrum. And the jockey's goggles come down, so it won't be long before they start to form a line.
They're on the starter's orders. And they're off.
For the Salt Hill Handicap steeplechase, run over 3 miles. 18 fences to be jumped this time. These include 4 open ditches and the water jump twice. And Memberson lands over the lead, over the first fence by a couple of lengths from Dartover. Length and a half to 2 lengths then back to Lanacre Bridge, and finally a length then to Crowecopper as they jump the water for the first time, which Memberson takes just about a length in front from Dartover, going up to take closer order on the outside as they go now towards fence number 3, which is the first of the 4 open ditches. And Memberson, Brendan Powell from Dartover on the outside. These two touch down together there, some 2.5 lengths ahead of Lanacre Bridge, who races on the outside of Crowecopper. So on now towards fence number 4. Memberson is going to jump it just in the lead, gets a little bit close to it, allows Dartover to go up to take a narrow lead on the outside. But Memberson going back again on the flat. These two tracked on the outside in third by Lanacre Bridge and then Crowecopper. So racing past the intersection and on towards fence number 5. Memberson just from Dartover. Crowecopper takes closer order there in third, and then finally Lanacre Bridge a length away on the inside in fourth. So quite a long run now before they get to the next fence. And swinging right-handed at the very far end of the course, Dartover with the advantage of the inside berth there from Memberson on the outside, but still little to choose between these two leaders. And they're tracked a length and a half away in third by Lanacre Bridge, with a further length then to Crowecopper. So turning back towards home and racing to fence number 6, this will be another open ditch. Memberson towards the centre of the field, the grey Dartover on the inside. They touch down once again together, stride for stride, the two leaders, and they're very closely followed by Lanacre Bridge on the near side of Crowecopper towards the far side. So rounding the elbow to turn into the home straight for the first time. Come down towards fence number 7. Dartover and Memberson. Oh, and a bad mistake by Lanacre Bridge. Hit that fence and has unseated Peter Hobbs, who's very quickly up on his feet all right. So that leaves just 3 now as they come down to the 8th. And once again, the two leaders in the air together there. But Dartover the grey on the near side of Memberson towards the far side, and then Crowecopper. So jumping the fence, which on the next circuit will be the last, and the 3 were in the air together there. So coming up past the stands for the first time, Dartover and Memberson, these two together. Memberson and Brendan Powell, and Dartover and Paul Richards towards the outside, and then a gap of some 2.5 lengths now to Crowecopper and Mr. Richard Bevan, as they swing away from the stands with 1 complete circuit ahead of them. A further 9 fences still to be jumped in this Salt Hill Handicap steeplechase. And as they pass under the starting gate, absolutely stride for stride, the two leaders. Dartover on the outside of Memberson. So over fence number 10. And Dartover got away from that fence with a 3/4 length advantage from Memberson. 2.5 lengths then back to Crowecopper as they go to fence number 11, which is the water for the final time. And once again, Dartover got away from it slightly the quicker from Memberson. And so now to fence number 12, which is the penultimate ditch. And Dartover by only about a length from Memberson. Memberson slightly dived for that fence in second, has allowed Dartover to go just over a length clear. Crowecopper is racing right up on the outside of Memberson, as they go to fence number 13. Dart over from Memberson and Crowecopper, and the trio pretty tightly grouped as they go past the intersection and on towards the 14th of the 18 fences. And Dart over is going to take it about a length in the lead from Crowecopper, who touches down in second, and Memberson a little bit slow there in third, has to be ridden along and gets a reminder from Brendan Powell there to be driven up on the outside again as they race to the far turn. Quite a long run now before they get to the 4th from home. And Dart over has a lead of just over a length from Memberson, who's been ridden up into second by Brendan Powell, relegating Crowecopper to third once again, as the three leaders turn back towards home, or three runners I should say, turn back towards home and come down towards the 4th from home, which will be the final open ditch. And Dart over leads into it by a lead of just over a length from Crowecopper, who regains second, and Crowecopper coming right up to join the leader there at the final ditch, and Dart over takes it just in the lead from Crowecopper, but little to choose between these two. Memberson is a couple of lengths back in third now as they come to the elbow with 3 furlongs to race and 3 plain fences to jump. Over on the far side, Crowecopper has now taken a very definite advantage. Over the third last, takes it some 3 lengths clear from Dart over, with a similar distance then back to Memberson. So with 2 to jump, Crowecopper comes down to the second last with a clear advantage at this stage and takes it cleanly about 3 lengths clear from Dart over. Memberson just coming to the second last now and weakening in third. So with 1 plain fence left to be jumped in the Salt Hill Handicap chase, Crowecopper and Mr. Richard Bevan jump it well from Dart over in second, and Dart over rallying over on the far side. And so with 100 yards to race, it's Crowecopper holding Dart over on the far side as they come up towards the line. Dart over's finishing very strongly, but at the line Crowecopper just wins it. It's pretty close, but just Crowecopper from Dart over, and Memberson back in third.
First, number 5. Second, number 2. And third, number 1. First, number 5, Crowecopper. Second, number 2, Dart over. And third, number 1, Memberson.